In this video, we'll give you some easy and quick vegan breakfast recipes you can try out. If you happen to be struggling with what to make for the most important meal of the day, these are just some of the options you can take. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to our channel, Next Gen U, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell to get instant updates on our brand new content. Now, let's get on with the video. Depending on how you like it, your breakfast meals could be sweet or savory, light or filling. But regardless of how you like it, we can all agree that your very first meal for the day should be both nutritious and delicious. A good breakfast could set the tone for the entire day, so be sure to not skimp on this. If you're a busy individual who does not have the time to think about what to prepare, you've come to the right place. We'll give you a few easy and quick recipes you can try out for yourself. As a bonus, we'll also provide you with recipes that are packed with protein, so be sure to stick around until the end. Tempeh bacon and avocado breakfast bowl. First, let's start with the savory bowls. If you're not a fan of sweet foods to begin your day with, this is a good meal to have. If you're not familiar with tempeh, it's basically fermented soybeans. And while there is an obvious difference with pork bacon, this one is a satisfying enough substitute. Tempeh bacon is easy to make. You'll need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, a sprinkle of garlic powder, and some salt and pepper for dressing. Take a few slices of tempeh and let them marinate in this mixture for up to 10 minutes. Then fry it up to a crispy perfection. Now let's start with building this bowl. For this one, you'll need a cup of sliced white mushrooms, about a cup of some chopped kale, half a teaspoon of avocado oil, half of an avocado, half of a small or medium baked sweet potato, and some salt and pepper for seasoning. First, take a skillet and pour your avocado oil in. Add the mushrooms and let them cook under medium-high heat while stirring constantly every couple of minutes. You'll know they're good to go once they start browning. Next, throw in the kale and green onions. Allow them to cook until the kale has softened and the onions have browned. Then it's time to assemble. First, add in the mushrooms, kale, and onions along with some avocado. For the finishing touches, add in the baked potato and a couple of strips of tempeh. You can add some sauerkraut or kimchi for some tanginess. Feel free to season with salt and pepper as liberally according to your preference. Savory vegan breakfast bowl, aka the Tofu Scramble. The original name itself should be a giveaway to what to expect in this dish, but just to add a little flair, we'll also call it the Tofu Scramble, based on one of its primary ingredients. The Tofu Scramble is what makes this a breakfast bowl. It's your perfect substitute for eggs that provides the much-needed protein you'll need to thrive as a human being. But the meal overall is a healthy ensemble of complex carbohydrates and healthy fats which will make your doctors smile with glee. Now let's build, beginning with the Tofu Scramble. For this, you'll need a serving of crushed medium or firm tofu, a teaspoon of turmeric, a tablespoon of water, a dash of soy sauce, and some salt and pepper for seasoning. Take a small dish and mix all of these ingredients, then set it aside for a while, because now you'll be shifting your attention to the sautéed vegetables. For this, you'll need a handful of kale, a cup of sliced mushrooms, and half a cup of diced white onions. Now you start cooking. Place the vegetables into a skillet over medium-high heat with either a splash of water or some avocado oil as your liquid. Let it cook for 5 to 8 minutes or until you see them brown and tender, after which transfer them into a bowl. In that same pan, throw in your tofu mixture and leave it to cook for about 5 minutes or until you see it brown. Now let's assemble. Add both the tofu scramble and veggie mixture into a bowl with a cup of brown rice and some avocado and salsa on the side. Then help yourself and enjoy. Vegan breakfast burrito bowl. If you love your Mexican-inspired dishes, this one will make your mouth water after watching this. For those looking for a delicious breakfast option that is not only gluten-free but rich in protein and fiber as well, this is a meal you'd want to try out. Just like with the savory vegan bowl, the tofu scramble will serve as your egg substitutes and protein source. But this recipe also involves some pico de gallo, a very scrumptious Mexican salsa, some roasted potatoes, and some cashew chipotle sauce. Now let's start building. First, the potatoes. Take 1 russet potato and cube it into smaller pieces. Place the cubes on some parchment paper and on a baking sheet. Season them with some salt and pepper and roast at 400 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius for about 30 minutes or until they are brown and puffy. Now onto the cashew chipotle sauce. You'll need 2/3 of a cup of raw cashews, half a cup of water, 3 garlic cloves, 3 chipotle peppers, and 2 teaspoons of adobo sauce, 2 tablespoons of lime, a teaspoon of cumin, 2 small pitted dates, and a splash of agave syrup. Take all of these ingredients into a blender or food processor and allow the mixture to puree until it's smooth and creamy. This should be enough for up to 5 bowls, which you can store in the fridge. The tofu scramble in this recipe involves the exact same process and ingredients as the previous one, which you can rewind for reference. Now let's proceed with the salsa. You'll need 1 diced tomato, 1 diced jalapeno, 1 small diced onion, a handful of chopped cilantro, 1 to 2 tablespoons of lime juice to taste, and half a teaspoon of sea salt also to taste. To finish it off, simply mix all of these ingredients together. Season along the way according to your preference. To build the bowl, take a few scoops of the tofu scramble, some black beans, and a handful of roasted potatoes. Top it off with some avocado, your homemade chipotle sauce, and some of that mean pico de gallo you just made. Serve, enjoy, and be proud of this dish. As you can see, it does involve a lot of ingredients, which should take you about 15 minutes to prepare. You can shave that time from your overall cooking by preparing these the night before. The vegan Ironman oatmeal. There's a common misconception about vegan meals and how they lack protein. Many believe that meat is the end-all, be-all source of this nutrient, which can't be any further from the truth. You can definitely enjoy heaps of protein as a vegan, and this Ironman oatmeal is a prime example. Just by its name, you'll already have the impression that it can help you power through those slow, lethargic mornings. So, what's exactly in the vegan Ironman protein? Glad you asked! It definitely has protein-rich ingredients like rolled oats and almond milk, along with other ingredients that ramp up the nutritional value of this meal. Now, let's build this. You'll need half a cup of rolled oats, a tablespoon of dried apricots, a tablespoon of coconut flakes, a tablespoon of sunflower seeds, 2 tablespoons of almonds, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and a cup of almond milk. Feel free to add a teaspoon each of wheatgrass powder and maple syrup if you prefer. This meal will only take you 5 minutes to prepare. Start by chopping up the almonds and slicing the apricots into smaller pieces. Then, take a bowl and mix them into the rest of your ingredients. Mix these ingredients well and enjoy! Vegan banana pancakes. We'll end this video with another classic sweet breakfast option. Banana pancakes are a favorite among many, and for good reason. They're tasty, filling, and they definitely satisfy your sweet tooth without leaving that overly sugary sensation in your mouth. Vegan banana pancakes are another protein-rich dish you can enjoy on your own or with your loved ones at home. For the ingredients, you'll need a cup of rolled oats, a cup of your preferred non-dairy milk, 1/3 cup of wholemeal flour, 2 tablespoons of baking powder, a pinch of salt, 1 ripe, medium-sized banana, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and 2 tablespoons of chia seeds. Now, to begin cooking. First, throw all of these ingredients into a blender and puree until you get your desired smoothness. Then take a non-stick pan and drizzle it with a little oil. Put it under low-medium heat. Next, pour in a small amount of that batter mixture you just made. Be sure they're thick enough. Let this cook until the surface begins to bubble. That's when you know it's time to flip. Allow that flip side to cook and brown. Once that's done, repeat the process with the rest of your batter until you've cooked your desired number of pancakes. Drizzle your pancakes with some maple or agave syrup and enjoy. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, we've given you some great breakfast ideas to start with. Now, go try them out. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, NextGenU, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell for instant updates on our brand new content.